Hello everybody. In this video, well, I won't call it the build. We'll call it, well, the weapon. Look at this. We have an Encore with 3 chains. Now, keep in mind, the Encore with the 3 chains is amazing. Now, this opens a whole new world of different build capabilities. You know, because if you look at all the builds that are created, yes, I may focus, of course, on survivability and damage, of course, but it's kind of a more or less, you know, playing around with the same. But some weapons with different attachment really take things into a different extreme that opens a whole new world of different options you can play with. Because this one buys you a lot of time. These 3 chains actually stack. So you have a whole 9 seconds when enemies are clustered to do whatever you like. This buys you time. In this time, what you want to do, it's up to you. This is why it opens all the other ones to different options here. You're no longer kind of afraid of maybe, oh, I'm going to use Iron and Amulet, because you're going to stay away from enemies. I mean, that's the idea. And just continue to deal damage from far. And the idea with the Encore, the great thing about the Encore with the chains is that first, you're going to deal damage in a big radius, so you don't need to be close to enemies. All right? You deal damage to all enemies around you, right? Because of the area, it's an insane area. The other thing is that the base damage is very, very high. Other thing, you can create whatever you like. So this just build are created for it, but you can do whatever you like. For example, you want to just, you know, enemies are stuck, and then you want to maybe just go and use fire trail. You just burn them. Just walk around them, you just burn them with the fire trail. It's up to you. You can say so many options. I haven't thought about all the options just yet. Maybe you can think about ideas. But there are so many options. You can just stay away that eat enemies. Keep in mind, there's still 30% chance that it happens, right? Because the chance doesn't stack. What happens is the duration stacks. But this is just crazy. And of course, when you continue adding enemies, if you are still, you know, get stuck with this, you continue, they can just get stuck like this, like for a long, long time. It's just crazy. Of course, by the time you need to eliminate enemies, of course, we just don't want them to get stuck. And you're still going to deal damage to enemies while actually using the Encore, unless you just want to see enemies not moving, and that's it. You can even combine this, but when I did right, it's pretty cool. You can combine this with corrupted seeds. It's also amazing. You can even use maybe an armor like, where is it? This one, you see? Traps and poison nearby modes when walling. You can do this as well. You just want to see how it looks. Of course, I'm going to demonstrate this. So basically, what we are doing, I'm going to show you first the duration, so you can see what the duration is all about. Look at this, all right? And this is just for demonstrating the duration. Look, of course I can continue hitting. Look at this. Look at this. It's just crazy. Now I can use this. Look how much time I have. It's just insane. It's just insane. And of course I can just wall. They get stuck. I can use this one. Wall. Stop them. They are chained now. Oh my god, you just can't move. It's insane. It's just insane. I mean, this is just one option, right? Don't move. So we are actually combining, right? Combining both the corrupted seed with the trap, with the chains, the crazy chains for 9 seconds. It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And then you can play one with whatever you like. There's so many other options, of course. Now, of course, you can use it with friends to provide them support, so enemies just don't come. And you know, but this is great for if you're playing alone, especially with raid captains, when the enemies can have lots of health, and you have lots of crazy debuff on your damage and other crazy stuff. You just have time. You can control things, and you just less worry about things that can happen to you with all these modifiers. You just pop up. So if enemies can deal like 200% more damage, you're still going to get time, and you can actually deal with this because enemies just get stuck in place. And it's just crazy. So I was running just really unoptimized build, by the way, many of the builds I created, just toying around with things to check it out. And it just works so well. I'm actually surprised how well it works. And that's what I like about this. I have time. I can even change for something, like I have time to change artifacts. Sometimes I do, depends on the situation. When kind of many modifiers pop up, I need to adjust. And this actually even gives me time during battle to adjust. Look at this, just toying around here. You can see there, by the way, the modifiers on the right. But again, it's not an optimized build, just testing out. And it's just, I have so much time. I can just stay there. And because I'm going to hit even enemies, even behind walls, you can see the damage. And dealing damage over time as well. I can just play around. But this is once again, not optimized build. Still, I'm just testing out so many things. I'm sure if I spend more time, I'm going to fire some really crazy ones. But the thing is that when you have time and enemies just really can't move, it just kind of feels like cheating. But that's the beauty of it, because it's different. And now I can play with so many other things that usually when you create a build, you're kind of confined to something. Because if your weapon is slow, you need to use something like that. You need Iron and Amulet because of, here, I'm just not getting lots of damage because I know I can position myself. I know I can actually hit enemies, just stop them from getting into me. And if I deflect, of course, I'm kind of protected from damage from far, from range. As you can see, it's just amazing. Now it's up to me, of course, to create different type of builds. But just with this weapon, I can create so many unique builds that are kind of taking advantage of the fact that I can actually stun enemies for a really long period of time. Of course, if I combine this like I do here, I can just really play around with enemies because I can roll and make enemies stay in place. I can use the chains for all 9 seconds. And I can even use, of course, the corrupted seeds to make enemies, of course, stay in place. And if I amplify the damage with even poison, I can just have enough time to eliminate enemies and just stay there and watch them just die of damage over time. And I can tell you that after more than 2,000 hours playing this game, I can tell you that it's the first time that I actually have something, artifact combination that gives me so much freedom to play around with so many other type of armor and different, type of armor, bows and other artifacts. This makes the game like more fun for me. Like something opens up, like a new weapon is introduced. And it's actually something that the ability to get it was already there in the game. You just need to get it. So now I can actually search for other things and think about different other synergies that can work with this. And there are so many other options. And I just love playing with this. Just seeing enemies just get stuck and then I have so much time to do whatever I like. This is something different. And of course I'm going to share more optimized builds. I just want to share the core idea here of the 3 chains with the Encore. It just works amazingly well for the Encore. And I'm going to share more, of course, in upcoming videos. I hope you enjoyed this one. More coming, so make sure you subscribe to my channel, give this one a little like. I'll see you soon on the next video. Bye everyone. Cheers.